What's up, people? Welcome back to Tease Time. TJ, thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to try to see if we could test fit our dash or the old dash that came with the vehicle right here. I do have a good dash up top that's actually already gray. This one has been spray painted. Originally, it's tan. There's like little holes from them screwing in the tachometer or the gauge cluster right there. So this is trash already. But what I want to do, I want to see if I can get this cut around the cage. I'm using this dash right here as the template, so I can cut what I need to cut. Try to get that as perfect as possible or near perfect as possible. Then I'll use masking tape and cardboard to try to get that template made and transfer it to the good dash, so we have like one cut. It's as clean as possible. There are some obstacles we have to work with or work around. That being all of the vents right here. Some vents we might be able to still use, some we won't be able to use. I definitely want to be able to have like a defroster. So we need this piece right there. We need that. The questionable part will be on the outside. These front vents, or the vents that go right here, those might not live there anymore depending on where the cage sits, or even like the window defroster to the side, that might not fit. But we're gonna see. I have to get all of this stuff removed, or at least get the electrical stuff removed so I don't cut into that. Get that removed. These right here, all this is just zip tied in right here, so we could get this test fitted, and then we'll get eventually to see if the car actually even runs. But we'll get the cluster out, wires out the way. I do have extra like vents right here, so I'm not really too concerned about them. So if I drill through them, it's not a big deal. I do have replacements. I can make that happen. But I just want to see how close and how snug I could get everything. I think it's going to sit or land like hopefully like right here where it just misses the vent, so that we still will be able to have the vent. And then another day, another video, or down the line somewhere, we need to test to see if we get our heater box or defroster stuff in there, the HVAC stuff, because I still want to be able to at least have heat bare minimum. But AC would definitely be a plus, but I want to be able to see if I can get everything in there. And I hate laying stuff on hoods and roofs, as you see. But something we have to work around, our cage. So our cage is different from factory. Our box, heater box, eventually will live right here, or supposed to live right here. So we need to see if we'll have interference with that, but that's not for this video, that's in the future. Just trying to show you what I have to work with. And also like the mounting locations for like our center console. So I do want to at least have the center console and the dash in. Like door cars would be another story or whatever. But right now, just start from the top, working our way down. See if we get this dash in. But let me get prepped, get stuff removed, get my hole saw, extension cord, and yeah. All right, so I used the tape to make a little stencil, if you will, like so. For it to fit over, I just used a little window defrost vent as like a marker as to where it needs to line up. Put that on, traced it. There's our line. So you just have to cut around this and just try to take my time to do it so that way it comes out nice and clean and neat. Both sides, I do need to take off like all the trim pieces and the back pieces. This dash actually has the extra metal bracketry and frame mounts. So those need to come off. Sits in here good. Or the template dash, the scrap dash. I cut out right here on this side, which I don't necessarily need to do. I know it's kind of hard to see, it's a little dark. Sun is setting, but we don't need to get the side. The important part is up here. So I cut this giant hole, which I didn't really need to cut. So we're just gonna work our way around here. And on the other side, this side, at the bottom, you do have like the vent that's in the way. So if I do cut this and then I cut through the vent, we can actually keep the vent if I use like some actual duct tape, what they use in like HVAC stuff to kind of like wrap around it to seal it in, and then it'll be able to work its way around the cage. So I'll still be able to use this front vent. All the vents will actually be operational. There is interference with the cage, like I was saying, the crossbar. It is interfering with the vent that goes in the centerpiece for the HVAC. Can't really show you right now, but we need to think of an option. I was watching like a YouTube video where somebody was fitting a GD dash, like the dash out of that car, into it, and they had a roll cage also, but they used like some kind of, I think there's like a cage like disconnect if you use like, I think it's grade 8 bolts or whatever. You could put like a section in that is removable and actually could bend around what it needs to go around. So that'll be a later date. That's not today, definitely not today. Definitely not probably in the near future, but we're trying to work on the free easy stuff, or the free-ish that I have here, just to kind of make some kind of progress. But anyways, get to trimming. I think I might use a Dremel to get around this edge. The dash, if you saw when I was drilling through it, like right here, is actually, the plastic is, I don't know if it's like fiberglass, fiber reinforced something, but it definitely is tough to get through. As you saw, like the drill was kicking. So we need to take our time. The oscillating saw went through pretty well. Just like it's plastic, there's some kind of resin, plastic, reinforced, whatever. It was melting as I was sawing through it. So we just need to kind of just slowly work our way around, and I don't want to like eat up the top of the dash. So if anything, I'll try to cut like the cushion off first, get that out, peel that away, and then work the plastic piece so we have somewhat of a guide to work our way around. But let me get that outside. All right, that was the hard side. We're gonna continue with the other side. The other side's easier just because I don't have this vent in the way. Now that that's cut, it's nooked, it should be able to fit in there. And like I was saying, like I'll just wrap this with duct tape. Like it won't have maximum flow, but it'll flow something like that right there. The hole is just a little smaller, but like it'll still be able to blow. So it'll still be functional. All right, so like I said, we're good. I'm gonna continue to trim, get this situated. We'll get another test fit. Like when I was installing it, there was some breaking and cracking of the dash itself. This piece right here broke out of the other one, and then also like it cracked a little bit when I was trying to flex it. So I don't know, like if I remove the vents and then I can install them once it's actually in there from like behind. But yeah, like once it's in there, it's in there. So glass most likely will have to be like removed if you ever do have to take that out. So yeah, so we got to take that into account when we think about the HVAC, the heater core and stuff later in the future. But anyways, I'll keep trimming and we'll get this test fit going. We got the dash in. The dash looks good. I am pleased with it. Gaps aren't crazy. I could shave it down just a little bit, like on the insides. Show you the rattle. Get this light together. So it is in there. The mounts will mount right there. Everything is lined up where it should be on both sides. That side I like is the cuts are a little better. There's like more room around the cage. On this one, like I could cut on the inside a little bit more. Or probably not. No, it's pretty good how it is. Yeah, so it's in there. I did cut those little pieces out of the dash to give me some flex, so that way we have some room. I cut right in there, just a section, so you won't be able to actually see that, like when everything is in there, right in here. That piece is moved just so I had enough bend wiggle room to get that in there. And then also, like, we have room for our vents and everything. Should work fine. Only issue is gonna be like right in here. Like I was saying, the cage is in the way of our HVAC system, but we have to figure that out another time. And also our flap for our airbag, just have to install that. It definitely is a lot lighter when you take that out. So I am pleased. The gaps look nice from above and looking out of the window. And of course, like what I do install or get this painted, probably put like tape on here, masking tape, while I install it, just so I'll scratch it and take the masking tape off. But that's just something you have to worry about. And then if I don't want to worry about like that squeaky noise, I could stick like some felt pads in there, just to kind of keep that noise down, so you don't have to be annoyed with the squeak. But it's in, it fits well. I am pleased. That's what I wanted to do today, so mission complete. All the other stuff will be done at another date. We're getting there. I was like confused with the light in the camera. But anyways, thank you for checking it out. This is just like a little update of what's going on. I haven't forgot about it. I'm just trying not to really spend too much money right now. So if I could get like stuff that's pretty like cheap at the pick and pull that I need, I'll get that. And also we need to just double check for the motor to see if it's actually alive, it lives, it's not blown. I wouldn't be mad. I didn't buy it for the motor. I bought it for the cage and just the shell. But to be continued. Peace, TJ.